KakaoTalk, Korea's biggest messenger, has undergone its biggest change in 15 years. I'm sure all of you are aware of it, so let's talk about it. Recently, KakaoTalk has updated its interface and made many things quite different. First, let's see exactly what changed. One thing that changed was the friends list changed, right? The friends list has been changed with a feed style layout similar to Instagram, where profile images and background photos and status updates are all displayed according to the Korea Jungang Daily. And I noticed that right away. When I opened up KakaoTalk and went to my profile looking for one of my friend's photos, I couldn't find his name. It took me a while to figure out this new system, which for me at least wasn't a big deal to get used to, but it was strange. Another thing that changed was there are new functions like editing sent messages, which is, I don't know about that. An unread folder, which is nice but strange, for better message management, and short form content integrated into the app. Actually, I noticed that pretty quickly. There was a kind of feed where a lot of videos were being posted, like Instagram or TikTok. I went there curious, and all the comments, I kept seeing similar comments from Korean users saying, "Why are you here? This is not Instagram. This is Messenger. This is KakaoTalk." It was, the sentiment was not positive, at least. And they also added an AI voice call summary and parental controls for short form content, which at least that's, putting some restraint on for parents to use is, not a bad idea, but the short form content is very interesting. The reaction has been a lot. For example, the redesign has led to the star rating of the app dropping from around 4 or 4.1 or whatever it was down to around 2.8? Yeah, 2.8 stars. Whew, that's a drastic drop for such a popular app, right? There was a user quoted on Korea Jungang Daily that said, "I never imagined a messenger app would hide the actual friends list. And while I did figure it out, I do understand the confusion." And that's really a missed opportunity from Kakao, right? Another one said, "I use KakaoTalk for work, and now I have to show private photos to people I barely know." I 100% understand and agree. For this exact reason, I have my main profile be my work profile, and I have one for my family, which is separate. But still, not knowing what is shown and not shown is very uncomfortable. It makes it me not want to use it until everything is sorted. Another user said, "I use some small businesses owners even use their profile photos as promotional content, so it feels like there are even more ads." Now that's another major complaint, and we'll talk about that in a little bit later. Rapper Lee Young-ji says, "I tried not to update KakaoTalk, but is it right to change it without the user's consent? Because this change is so drastic, I'm not sure if they've done this or not, but having some sort of test run or some trial, a beta version or something, maybe would have been more conducive to a more smooth rollout." Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't expect this kind of backlash, honestly, but still happened. All right, so the corporate response, what KakaoTalk has said is, the CEO Chung Shin-ah says, "There may be some initial pushback, but our intention was to include features that users ultimately find helpful. We will continue evolving KakaoTalk based on user feedback." And that, to me, doesn't sound like a statement, like a real, there's no commitment in what is being said, just that they're listening, and that's good. I think that at the very least, some features need to be tested or polled better with users before implementation, though. Honestly, from my perspective, it's strange, but I can get used to it. But I do understand the drastic and sudden change to such a beloved app is maybe a bit jarring. Kakao has emphasized that even small changes often trigger complaints, and I understand that too. That's true of most major apps. But the goal is to create more pleasant chatting experiences. I do agree having an unread tab is nice, but my brain is so coded to look at the friends, like the chats page, that it honestly feels a little weird to have a blank page. And some of my friends have, they don't check their messages very often. And oh boy, their unread page is so full. I was just talking to one a couple of days ago, and he showed me his unread page, and he had 700 unread messages, and it's I can't deal with that. I don't like that red circle showing that number. So the market reaction has also been quite dramatic. Kakao stock fell 6.17% according to the Koreatimes as of today. And a survey of over 1,000 different users' reviews have showed that 42% of them rank it as unsatisfactory. That doesn't mean that the other 58% think that it is satisfactory. It just means that 42% put it at the least liked version or of the test. So don't misunderstand. And on the workplace forum Blind, one employee posted, the update was unilaterally pushed by the firm's top management, even though most of the firm's working level engineers, app developers, and designers opposed the idea from the start. And I got that from the Korea Herald or Korea Times as well. And then there's the advertisements, right? This is a big contentious part. Critics have found a KakaoTalk post, a Kakao statement, a corporate statement from 2012 that says, KakaoTalk is not a poor service that needs to attach ads due to a lack of revenue. This came from Asia Economy. But critics are now saying, you've now, like according to Business Korea, they said, with the feed now interspersed with ads, some users have argued that the company has reversed its earlier stance. And now, because of the layout of the UI, ads are interspersed everywhere. And because, like an earlier statement said, some businesses use their Kakao profile as advertisement, it feels like there are more ads than ever. I will say, recently, when you go to your profile photo, or not photo, the profile section, there's a little updated profile line, like, you know what I mean? This was before the big change. I don't know when it happened, but suddenly ads appeared in that update, that file update. And I did not like that. I would see someone's face and think, who is that? Do I know this person? And I would click it only to realize it was an ad. Now, it did pop up with ad later. However, when you're just clicking through quickly, seeing that update always makes you hesitate, right? I'm not a fan of that. And now with more ads than ever, it's even more clunky, a little bit uncomfortable to navigate. All right, this has been the KakaoTalk update scandal. I don't know if I want to call it scandal, controversy. Please let me know what you think about the Kakao update in the comments below. And if you have any other thing you're interested in, let me know as well. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you want to see whenever we update, please put on the bell as well. But that's up to you. Really, I just am glad you're here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And let's hope that KakaoTalk can figure this out in the future. What do you think? See you next time. Have a wonderful day.